I'm Joe Abbate. Thanks for tuning in today. And if you like the video you're about to see, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've been fixing aluminum gas tanks for motorcycles for over 20 years. I've taken tanks that look like this and I've turned them into showpieces that look like this. In a series of videos, I'm going to be showing you some of the techniques that I use. Today, we're going to be working on a shallow impression or some scratches. All you're going to need to make that repair is a paint stick like this and a roll of sandpaper. Let's get over to the other side of the shop and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Looking at the tank that I have here in the vise, you could see that there are two minor shallow impressions, and it's actually more than that, and you'll see that in a second. But way up toward the top there, as the camera rocks back and forth, you can see that there's a couple of shots. Now, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, I'm going to put a couple of little dots here, and I'm also going to mark it a little bit to where you can see that there's a shallow impression down the side of the tank, not just those two minor impressions where the dots are. Taking a very soft sanding block and some 320 grit sandpaper, you could even use finer stuff than that, 400. I go back and forth to further expose the shallow impression that's in the tank. Where my finger is right there, you can see it's a little darker gray, and that's where our problem lies. What we're going to do is we're going to take down the material around it in order to make it level. This is for minor waves and impressions. Using that paint stick I talked about a little bit earlier, I've wrapped it with some 240 grit sandpaper and I begin to work that area. Note that it was maybe only a ½ inch wide, not even, but I'm going about 2.5 inches wider on each side to remove the material. Keep the paper clean, sand in all different directions, vertically, horizontally, around in circles, and do it gently. Don't put a lot of pressure on the paper. You're looking to take down an even amount in that area, and of course past it on each side. Go around small circles like this. Notice how my fingertips are on the paper, light pressure, just controlling the sandpaper with that paint stick underneath it. Keep the work clean. Look at your sandpaper often too to make sure there are no little bits of metal in there, because it will truly ruin your day if you picked up a little piece of metal and it's stuck in the sandpaper. Continue on in this direction, in all directions actually, and you'll get down to a point that looks like this, where you've got it all leveled off. I've taken some 320 grit paper gently in my hand, and I'm using it to just clean up that area and then double check everything.
Well, there you have it. With something as simple as a paint stick, you can turn some waves, scratches, and minor impressions into a nice flat surface. It's a technique that body men have been using for decades. So, follow me for more tips, subscribe to our channel, and you'll learn how to get a tank to look just like this. I'm Joe Abbate. You're watching Vintage Motocross Q&A.